Hello everybody, thanks for coming to my channel today. My name is Grace and I'm also known as Littlemama online. I'm from the blog workanywherenow.com and today I'm going to show you how to set up your very first Aweber opt-in form for your website. And what Aweber is a email autoresponder that I personally use since my blog started basically in 2016. I've been with them for since then, and I've really enjoyed their services, and they're very affiliate marketing friendly. Some email autoresponders are not, don't allow affiliate links or don't like affiliate marketing, so Aweber is still one of the few that do. So I have a 30-day trial if you want to check it out, so be sure to look out for that link in the video description, okay? So before I get started though, I just want to let you know that if you're new to my channel, please subscribe so you can learn more about how to make money online or about affiliate marketing. I've been building this business since 2016 and I hope you'll learn from me as I keep going on my journey. So let's get to it. Let me get to my laptop and I will see you in a bit. Hi guys, so here I am at my laptop and I'm going to show you how to set up your first email list and your opt-in form. So when you first sign on to Aweber, it's going to be blank pretty much, right? So you're going to first click on manage list and create a list, okay? Because you're going to have nothing in here, right? So when you get to this page, set up your list. You're going to put in your company name. So it could be your website name and then your website URL. Then you're going to need an address. And you could click here to see why you need an address. It is part of the rules when you send emails that you need to have an address for people to contact you. So either a PO box or your home address or an office address. And then how you want it to look when you send out the emails. What do you want it to say when it comes into people's inbox? And then the email that you are going to use to send your the emails from. So when you describe your list, if this is a general list for your website, then you can just put what your website is about basically. So if whatever topic it is, so if I put wealthy affiliate example, and then the description, you could put basically a description of what your site is about. It's just a test, this one, so I'm not going to put a huge description. And then this says approve your confirmation message. You can leave the default as is, or you could modify this part as you wish, but it's already pre-done with your list, with your information in it. So I'm just going to approve it right now. So when it's approved, you see it right here, WA example is what I just created. And if I go to sign up forms, there's going to be nothing in here. You see, create a sign up form. So your default is just something like this. How you could build your opt-in list is basically here. You can pick one of the templates that they have here already. So they have quite a few different templates that you can use. So let's say blog, you can just look at any of this and just load it. So this is a pretty clean opt-in form, and then you can add something to the header if you want. If you want to say something to the effect of get your, because you always want to offer something free for your audience, for them to give you their email address. So you want to have a bait for them to, or an offer for them, so that they will exchange their email for your information. So it should be something that they want to know. So like how get your free guide on how to set up first Aweber opt-in form by entering your you could change the font to something bigger. Oops. See that? So you could keep the name if you want, or you could just do email. It's up to you. And you could change all these fields here. See, you could change if you want just first name. Usually I just want first name. Save it. In the header as well, instead of text, you could also do an image. So that's how instead of so I would just delete this and use a background URL. So for me, I already have different types of ways to opt in. So I'm going to use one of my old ones just to show you how this would work. See, I could put it in the header like that, image. And once I press save, you could fool around with the size of this to let your image show. So, see. If I make this bigger, it's going to show more. So it looks like it's too big. So even though you are doing it over here, it may look a certain way, but you're going to have to check on the website afterwards. And then the button, you should do something like get instant access now. And then you can also change the color of that. So when you have it highlighted, this element, you're going to see the options here. So here I could change the blue to red if I want. See? And then you save the field. So this looks pretty good. I don't usually delete that. I delete the footer. I kind of leave that one. And for me, this is pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to save the form. The next step here, form name is basically is for your own information. So this is, let's say it's going to be for the sidebar. You do want to kind of know where, as well as how many people are opting in, basically based on sidebar versus pop-up and all this other things. Oh, let me go back. Speaking of pop-up, let me go back to design. If you go to right here, this is where you can edit like different parts of your form. So I was last on the submit button, and that's what it's showing. So if you go to form type, usually you default as inline when you just want to add a form to using the coding that they're going to generate, and you just want to use copy the coding and put it on your website. So you will use inline. So inline could be for the sidebar, for in your post, or anywhere on your website. But if you want pop up, it's not actually pop up. It's called pop over. You don't want to use the pop-up because these are blocked by browsers. You want to do either pop over or lightbox. Pop over basically is just the opt-in form coming up on the screen. It doesn't black out the rest of the monitor or the rest of the screen. But the lightbox, that's what it does. It kind of it darkens the background and then gives you just the opt-in form highlighted. I use Lightbox a lot. I mean, I use Lightbox for the pop-up that you see on my website there. Just want to mention that before I go further. So I did. So I'm just going to save here. I'm going to go to the next step. So this one's going to be for sidebar, like I was saying. And now the thank you page. So this is where after people opt in, where do you want people to go to? Usually it could be a thank you page, which is like a either a please confirm your email page, or a thank you page for having them submit their email, and then you could tell them instructions on how to get what they opted in for, or you could direct them straight to whatever landing page that you want them to see right after that. Okay. Because you can basically deliver what you had promised them immediately as well. And that's usually what I do, because I offer my free guides for them to learn get my free guide to learn how to make money online, learn how I do it so they can see. So what I do is I use custom page, and then I use basically the landing page that I would use here. For now, I'm just going to use my blog. So you also want to do this for anyone who already subscribed, going to the same place. And then you're going to show advanced. You want to make sure that this is on the first follow-up welcome message. I'm going to talk about the messages in a bit, but this is what you do to get you started for the form. So this is saved, and once you have saved for the second part, so that was settings part, right? So you got your name. This part is very important to see where you are taking your readers through after they've opted in. And then here is where you could get the code to put it on your website, okay? So usually just use JavaScript. The difference between these two is that if you use the JavaScript snippet, if you make changes to your opt-in form, then it changes automatically on your website and you don't have to do any more adjustments to your coding because you are using a script. So every time the form is being generated, it will take the latest version of what it is on the Aweber server. But if you use raw HTML version, it means that any changes to the sign up form, you will have to recopy and paste it into your site. So this HTML version will not update any changes that you make to your opt-in forms. Okay, so you gotta remember, if you use this, any updates that you do, you gotta also recopy this and repaste it into your website, or else you will not see the changes. So typically you would use this one, then you just have to set up your form just one time. So now let me go to the back end of my website and I'm going to show you how to paste this code into your sidebar and put it on your website. Here I am on the back end of my website. What I'm going to do is go to Appearance, Widget, and my sidebar is right here. This is all the stuff in my sidebar. So what I'm going to do is use a custom HTML box, put it in the position where you would want this opt-in form to go, and all you're doing is pasting that code, which is only 9 lines long, and you would press save, and then that's it. You close it, and then when you go to your website, you will see it on your sidebar. Okay. I'm not going to put it on my website because it'll go live and my site has visitors on it right now, so I'm not going to confuse them. Okay, so that's basically how you would put it on your website. I mean, so I'm just going to delete it. Okay, so if you see up here, this is my current form that I'm using on my sidebar. Okay, so that's up there. So that's what it will look like once you have saved, and then you will just press done. And then you should be able to see it on your website. That's basically it. And you can also use that code in your posts. So if you were to put it in your post, then you would write your article here, right? And then you could put it like on the bottom, but you have to go to text here and then put it on the bottom. If you want to center your box, you need to put this coding in here. Let's see if it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see if it worked. No, that did not work. So I'm going to use this instead. This one will work, guys. So that's the code that you need, and then you put it on the bottom. It's a closing coding. There, see how that looks centered now? If I take a preview of this, you see it on the bottom here, right? And so if it looks like that, that means that you just have to adjust your box, go back to your design and open it more, widen it more. Use those margins basically to adjust your site. So you may want to test it first on a new post like this before you put it on like your front page or on your website and have it live, unless you do it late at night or something like that when there's nobody on your site. I hope you saw how that worked there. I do not recommend you adding opt-in boxes like this individually in your posts or pages, because if you want to take off these forms later, these opt-in forms, you're going to have a very hard time removing them manually. So I would use something called a plugin called Ads Inserter plugin. It's really awesome for placing certain elements on every single page, and you could really control which posts that it will show up on and which post it doesn't show up on. Now that plugin is going to be a whole different scope beyond this video that I just want to show you how to add the opt-in form. But in Wealthy Affiliate, if you guys want to sign up to there is a training on how to use the Ad Inserter plugin. So this is the Wealthy Affiliate dashboard, and if I go, let's see, Ad Inserter, there, how to use the Ad Inserter plugin. I use this a lot, and you can use it for adding AdSense as well. So there's two. These are actually free. They're not for premium only. So if you want to come on to Wealthy Affiliate with a free account, you can sign up using my link, workanywherenow.com/Team Littlemama. You could get on for free with that link, and then you could come on here and just search Ad Inserter and get learning on how to use these two plugins right there, okay? So let me get back to Aweber here. There's a couple more things I think I want to show you before we go. When you first set up your list, by the way, so let's go to Manage List. And we'll go to the example that I did. You want to come back in here, and I want to show you right here on the third item. So Aweber defaults your list to have double opt-in. So if you don't want that, you need to turn this off. Okay? And then save it. That's it. But if you want it on, then you should if you want double opt-in, you should have both of these on, and make sure that when you are creating your site, your opt-in form, that you make sure that your thank you page is appropriate, okay? So you gotta make sure that this goes to a page that will tell them to go check their email. So right here in your basics settings on the second page here, you gotta make sure this thank you page area, it's going to link to a page that will tell them about going to their email, confirming their email, and so forth, okay? Or else a lot of people do not confirm their email, and it's like a real pain, and you won't get that subscriber if they don't confirm, okay? So another way to make them confirm is that you gotta have a really strong freebie for them to want to opt in, okay? So it's up to you whether you opt in, single opt-in. Single opt-in is when they just put in their email address and they get to where you want to send them. So double opt-in will make them go to their email and click on the confirm email button so that you get double opt-in. You do get a cleaner list if you do double opt-in, but then you have a smaller list because not everybody opts in. So that's what I want to tell you about for that. Then I think that's it. That will, oh, of course, once you set up your first opt-in form, before you put it on your website, you may want to do a follow-up message series, of course, first. The easiest way to do this is use the legacy follow-up series. And in here, you could go into draft first. You could draft up about 6 or 7 emails that will go out However you want to space them. You could do daily, you could do every other day, you could do weekly if you want. So it's really up to you how often you want to send emails. But once they opt in, you gotta make sure you're gonna have that first email go as they opt in. And so once you have it in draft, then you can put it into your legacy follow-up series, or you can use the campaigns function. And later on, I will have another video regarding the campaigns and legacy follow-up series and what to write and so forth. But for right now, this is to set up your opt-in form. So I hope that has given you some ideas of how to set up your first Aweber opt-in form. If you have any questions, though, make sure you ask them in the comments below this video, okay? So that I can answer any questions you may have. I would hate to see you get stuck, okay? So again, if you want to have a 30-day free trial from Aweber, use my affiliate link, which is workanywherenow.aweber.com. It is definitely something that you need for your business, and I highly recommend Aweber. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe and smash that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. I hope this helped you, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.